Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Susan. Yes, now I have to get to those 4,000 hours. Yes, yes. Whew, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, sir. Thank you. Sorry. Housekeeping is outside and I have the window open. So you already know them having the nerve. How dare they talk to each other? Because Nina was like, I got to bark. What they say? Like he responding. But it's just one of those days. I am still awake from yesterday. Uh, I am still awake from yesterday. There's something going on with my Wi-Fi where I kid you not, I've been trying to connect to their Wi-Fi for the last 40 minutes and I'm not. So I just said, you know what, back to my phone. I use the Wi-Fi T-Mobile gives me. But this is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. I mean, so it's just been one of those mornings, but I got up, not even got up. So like I said, I was up for a while. I had stopped in on Terry Lynn's live. Then when I got off of her live, I was up. I was still wide awake. Next thing I knew, I was eating some chips and guacamole. And then after that, I'm like, well, it's time to take Nino out. So then I took Nino out. Then I came back in and I laid down. And you know how you just lay down, but you're like, I can't go to sleep. I just can't go to sleep. And so I went ahead, I watched some movies. So I decided I just watched some movies. So then I'm watching movies, and at about, it had to be a little after 10. I said, oh, let me go on YouTube. I went on YouTube. I started seeing what was, if I had missed anything, did anybody have anything coming on? Then I went to my channel and I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just hit 500. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So that was like a highlight of my day. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Selfie Queen. Yes, that was like a highlight of my day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going live. And then everything seemed to start going wrong. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, no. Oh, because I try my best. It's so hard, especially when you subscribe to so many people. I try my best not to go live when somebody else is. Not because I'm worried about who's going to be in yours versus who's going to be in mine. Because sometimes I want to watch. Sometimes I want to see what's going on. You know what I mean? I want to catch it live and support. So, hey, AAA, thank you, sis. Hey, Stone, thank you. Yes, yes, I get a community tab now. So now I am able to, uh, post different things, share people's lives that to share other tubers' lives. I'm able to do polls. So I'm really excited about that. And I just feel like when you start anything, you start from the beginning, what most people call the bottom. And so on that road up, you get to see everything. You watch every flower grow. You watch it. So it's amazing to me and it's very humbling to me. It is very humbling to me because it secures that it's okay to just be me. To just be me. I don't have to defend it anymore. I don't have to, I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm no different than anybody else. And even when I tell you like I'm used to just going off and snapping because I'm always in defense mode. I'm always in fight. When they talk fight or flight, I'm always in fight. So to just be yourself and then to just try to give love and a good thing, and it actually works. So I'm thankful because shit, y'all are teaching me. Y'all are teaching me, and so I am very very excited today. So I'm like, oh wow, that's a good thing. That's one of my milestones in this here, walk in this here thing. Because here's the thing, guys. No matter how big it gets for me over here, or how small it stays for me over here, as long as I stay true to what I stand for, what I believe in, and what I came to do, then I'm okay. I'm okay. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Yes. Thank you. So, like I said, I am thankful, and I am so happy because that's 500 people who decided on their own reasons to subscribe and support. And I am thankful. I am truly thankful for everyone. Like I said, I love Queen of O'Hara. When I got up, I was checking out your live. Hey there, hey there, sis. Yeah, I'm definitely that. Like I said, I'm definitely humbled by it. I'm definitely humbled by it because sometimes even when people tell me like, "Oh, you'll talk to this person," I'm talking about not just on YouTube. I'm talking about in real life. But the thing is once upon a time, some of the people that you're saying that people talk to, I was just like it, if not worse, if not worse. So, you know, it's like I tell people, when I slowed down drinking, when I first did slow down drinking, I found myself where it was easy to slow down because I just stayed around people who didn't really drink. You know what I mean? So you weren't around people who, and I'm not talking about that I hung out with nothing but alcoholics. I'm just saying, but people drink for everything. Oh, what's up? We off work. I'm gonna drink. Oh, we finna watch the game. Let's go get a drink. Oh, you know what I mean? They always got a drink. And so when I first stopped drinking like that, I really stopped, being around it by not going anywhere, not going to get together, to kick back. But I realized that wasn't stopping, that was running from the problem. When I knew I really stopped drinking is when I could sit right there in the bar with people and be like, all right, I'm gonna take a shot. All right, that's it, because I don't really drink like that during the week. You know what I mean? It's not a celebration. And that's how I got control. So if you think that I wanna change the things I've done wrong, and that's gonna keep me away from anybody who's doing it. Oh hell no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Because I'd rather stand with the people who do it and say, "Hey, don't you see? It's another way to move." Now you can choose to move any way you want, but you'll never change how I move. No one can. And I stand real. Yes, I get a community page now. I'm excited. Look, don't we get excited when we get something? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. How dare. Come here, Nino. Nino. Hold on, because I don't want y'all to hear him barking. Nee, here. Come on. Come on. Can you let those people do their job? They don't need you to bark every time they walk past now. Come here. Special blessing touch him. Look at him. He want everybody to know I'm at 500, I guess. Maybe that's what he's yelling at. Get off that desk. Get down. You're showing out. Let's go. Down. De- Let's go. Come on. You know I don't tell you things 4 or 5 times. See? This is what it means. Go. Because you're not listening. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Let's hear you. Look at him now. He gonna go. He gotta let me know. How dare you stop me from barking at people for no reason? And then how dare you stop me from just walking on things just because I have feet? How dare. Susan, you didn't get a notification on what? Thanks, Dana. Hey, sis. But yeah, like I said, so it's hard. And then so like my son, we sent him back. He's coming back to Chicago, and we finally were able to get him back. So at first it was like, okay, well, in the process of his robbery, his whole wallet was taken and all of his identification. So then we just had to wait till Tuesday to get the police report so that he could use that to get on a flight. And so now we have a flight for him. He will leave out of Dallas today at about 5. And out of Dallas, out of Houston today at about 5. Dallas is on my mind. Um, And, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to have him here, to hug him, to actually see him. And, I've known he's okay and I've been blessed that he's been with family and safe with a roof over his head and food in his mouth and love being put into him. So I've been very excited about that. But I'm excited to have him home and everything else. But Hunty, anyone with grown kids now, baby, living with them, staying with them, it bring a new anxiety. I said, wait a minute, my anxiety's up a little bit. Why is my anxiety? I said, oh, that's right, because you're about to have a 22-year-old in the house. Which, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. But I'm really thinking like right now, like, you know what? I'm gonna go downstairs and see if they have an extra room. And tonight you're definitely staying here with me. Because I want him to feel safe. But I definitely want to see if he has his own room, because as adults, I just feel like sometimes you have to have your space, because you put us in one space. It's like, wait a minute, you about to watch that, or you was playing the game? You Every conversation they have, you all in a conversation because you're right there. And we have to support each other. We have to. And if you expect the people that think they better than you to support you, it's never gonna happen. It's the people that gotta understand that we're walking the same line. It's just gonna be on occasions you're gonna stop somewhere different in that path, and I might not. But it don't make me better or worse than you. It don't. Marianne, hey, wait, what? Just like, he is, and I tell people, like, really, it's always he's thinking someone's gonna do something to me. So if I'm in the room and people are talking, he's like, "What are they doing?" And sometimes he'll come and get right in front of me and start barking. He's like, "Me, I'm fine." And that's why I try to let him know we're fine. Everything's okay. Calm it down, Bobo. Calm it down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He is. It. That's exactly what he's doing. But I also know, it's. And I don't like to go into the race because I'm very proud of my race. But it's like, when you're black, every time you do something, that comes right back to the forefront. Oh, you did it because you're an angry black person. No, I was angry because they were disrespecting me. Oh, you did this because black people must do this. Oh, you must be on this because black people must do this. You must not have this. He's a pit bull. So when he's barking, there's people who not gonna say, "Oh, he's just protecting her." Oh my goodness, he doesn't want anything to come in her, harm her. Because when nothing's close to us, he doesn't care what's going on. But if it's too close, he's just like, "Oh no, bag up, I can't take it." But I don't want people putting the pit bull stigma to him. I just don't want that for him at all. I don't want him to be judged like that. I want people to know that not only do I love him, he loves me in a space and place that is truly just me. And for that, he has taught me, just like my other dogs have taught me to love. They've taught me to love. I don't come in when I'm broke and my dog's like, "Oh, get your broke ass up out of here. You call me on payday." They don't do that. When I'm down and I'm sad, they come and get real close. And they let me know if nobody's here, I'm here. So please, I'm always on the hey Win Whispers. I am always on the I am definitely a dog advocate, and I definitely want to stand for the pigs. And like to say, some of them have been um taught to fight. And I tell people with dogs, just like with the animals from the wild, they know what they need to do. We don't have to train them on that. What we have to train them on is how to conform to whatever your lifestyle is. So if you go walking at 6, like anybody knows, I feed Nino 6, 12, and 6. Those are the things that I teach him by doing. These are out times. If company comes in and they don't like dogs, this is the kennel where you're at, but it's not a punishment. It's more of a safety for you. I keep him in a muzzle because just my luck, somebody could come walking around the corner too close, and if he jumps, you know what I mean? They'll swear he did it because he's a pit, and he did it because he had no idea where you were coming from, and he just responded. So I keep him in a muzzle. I'm always gonna keep my booty safe. G5, hey, hey, hey. Oh, guys, I'm telling you. And the worst part is I haven't been asleep, and I just don't feel tired. I don't. Now I know I probably will rest. Um, because I also don't want my son to come and my exhaustion seem like I'm aggravated. Because right now he's just on this, and I can understand. He has fear in him. He has a sense of failure because he lost his stuff. Um, and because now he's coming back and he doesn't have a place, but like placing him and having finding him a place is gonna be so super easy. You know what I mean? It really is. And so but once he gets here, we can get into those things. And now he's leaving work and all this stuff. So he's like super on edge and his anxiety is up. And I know, you try so hard, like, okay, I don't want to say the wrong thing. But we say parent stuff. I'm gonna say adult stuff. I'm gonna say stuff like, you know what? The blessing is you're still here. And these material things we can replace, and then now here's a fresh start. And hey, you know what? There are things to battle when we get here to Chicago. There's things to battle everywhere. But then, you sound like a mom. I just sound like it's almost like on here. If I say, hey guys, I'm just refusing to snap, I don't see a purpose. I got real things in my life like we all do. I have real battles, and I'm picking my battles wisely today. Somebody will say I think I'm perfect. How? Then I wouldn't have no battles. Then I never would have fought nothing. Not in perfection. Not in perfection. It's my imperfections that make me strive for something better. I'm not striving for perfection. I'm striving for peace. Two totally different things. Two totally different things. And I'm gonna make peace in my life. Period. I'm tired of knowing that people only rested when they died. Like they could only now they could sleep, now they could rest, now they didn't have to fight, now they don't have no Booney. I'm not writing that off for myself. Bless you. Oh, he's such a big baby. Now he done sneeze. I'm like, oh, he has to come out again. Hey. Nobody puts baby in the corner. And I just put him in there. Nobody look. He looks back at that window like, yeah, if y'all still out there. Look, that's how you just look at the window. Yeah, if y'all still out there. My name is Nina. And I was born in Minnesota. Look, he got to put his face off in the camera because he's so nosy. So look, didn't I tell you gonna get close? You gotta see what I'm doing. He gotta say, hey, bub, hey, bub, hey, bub. Oh, we good, we good. You just can't sit and bark at everybody, okay? They doing their job, they work, okay? They do some good. No, I don't want to roll over and play. No, bub, you gonna knock the phone. He said, you got 500 subscribers. Give me 500 rubs. Give me 500 good rubs. He's such a good boy. He is such a good boy. Look, I can't. Yeah, I'm trying to turn the camera, but I can't rub him and he be excited and turn the camera at the same time. Oh, it's just too much. But yeah. But I am thankful for all the queens and all the kings in the building. In the building. See, this is a place where when people always say, oh, this is no judgment zone, but then they'll be telling all these judgments. So you ever have somebody tell you, like, oh, I'm not that type, I don't do that. But then they're talking to you and they're like, I can't stand nobody who have a baby and they ain't married. I don't like when people be on welfare. You be thinking, you just named all these judgments. But you don't know when you're throwing them out there if I might fit in one of those categories. You get what I'm saying? So people never know. I'm not here to judge you. Your story is your story. And your path led you there. But like I said, I'm going to say it again and again and again. But how much better are you that we in the same place? And by same place, if it's the same chat, if it's the same doctor's office, whatever it is, we end up in the same place. The same place, same job. People be killing me. So even if you so-called higher up, we in the same building. We in the same place. Let me see what y'all saying. Thanks, Miss T.I. And guys, let me tell you something about me. I don't put those kind of clocks to myself because when you do, if you don't hit the clock when you think it is, so like for instance, knowing that there are millions, not thousands, millions of subscribers on YouTube, it's easy for people to come on here and think, oh, it's nothing for me to get 1,000. Oh, I got 5,000 over here. I got this many over here, so it's gonna be real. It's not that simple. I know it's not that black and white. Because one thing about on here is you got to hold people's attention, or you got to be teaching something, or in the mess if they want. You have to have something. You have to bring something to the table. And there's more of me to the table than me just telling you about me. But I want you to truly understand who I am. So when you see me somewhere else, or you see me, you'll still know I'm still the same. I ain't jumping in that shit. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. And really, I'm gonna make jokes about a lot of things. That's why it was so easy for me when Jolene and Busy, when I was first introduced to them, to just be able to laugh. Like, come on, some of this shit is heavy. It's heavy whether it's going on with you or not. Because once again, if we all part of the same world, you can look at this shit and be like, oh, I know this is like the stuff that goes on in the world all the time. All the time. Half the shit people believe about me, they got nothing to bag it up on. Nothing, but people believe it because people gonna believe what they choose to believe. And I had to learn that if I know my truth, you can't take that from me. You can't. You can't make me believe I'm something you said I was or what you think I'm gonna be. All you letting me know is either that's what you are, what you came from, or what you're afraid to be. Because it's not me. It's not me. And they always gonna be talking about you. Come here, big head. Come here, bubble butt. They always gonna be talking about you in some kind of way. You could be doing the best, be doing everything good. I've seen people who they just dogging them out, then they down their hero. Now all the stuff you should have noticed when I was here, you notice it now. It's some people who, even if they beefing on here, let one of them pass. Suddenly we gonna hear how you know what they really wasn't that bad, or I just want to take a moment and respect their life. Take a moment while I'm living and respect my life. You know when they say give me my flowers while I'm here, that means my respect. Give me my respect. Give me my accolades. Give me my Ninos. You know, give me that. He just want to play somebody. Look, he don't know what he want to do. Look, I said he want to play. He's such a. I said he want to play, and the first thing he did was turn away from the camera. The first thing. The first thing he did was turned away from the camera as soon as I said he want to play. He's so fake. He just like when you be like, oh my God, my kid, he can say this. Watch, he knows how to do this dance. He does it every day, all day. And as soon as you say do it, the kid look at you like they've never danced in their life. They never could speak. Man, that's what I'm on here thinking. I'm not on here like, wait a minute, G5, hold on. I've seen you over in such and such chat. And that must mean that you. No, it doesn't. So how come when people see you in something good, it don't mean you doing something good? How come nobody ever say, man, you know, I saw you the other day helping that lady across? They don't tell you that. But they say, yeah, I saw you the other day walking into Dollar Tree coming out with food. How you know what I came out with? But they didn't say nothing good you did. Hey, Cosmic. Thanks for stopping in. We just in here chatting. I'm like I said, I'm chatting about my son coming in. Uh, you know, it like I said, when it comes to it's so much we could bring to each other. Like as a parent, I know that sometimes you want to talk about like this parenting thing, but just honest conversations. Honest conversations. I love my children. That is no doubt. That is no doubt. Can I tell you that some days I don't think they realize the sacrifices I've made. And some of us feel like that. Does that mean you're a bad parent and your connection is so worse because somebody else telling you that their kids would never think that? Maybe their kids never tell them that. Or maybe they don't even, you know what I mean? Or maybe my kids never told me that and that's just how I feel sometimes. But I should be able to hold this conversation. And as adults, as we could be all talk to each other. Did you ever have that feeling? Were you ever in that place? Hey, did you ever notice with grown children, they get so caught up in what they believe that they're not even hearing what's really going on? You can't tell them nothing because they're so grown. How once they start screwing, doing whatever they're doing, kicking it, hitting 21, 18, whatever, some of them get grown before that. Or how sometimes your kids can do things on social media that don't reflect anything you stand for. But yet everybody's gonna throw the reflection right back on you. Hold on, you a shitty mama because your child was on that gang bang and they had a gun. They was doing this. They was saying that. Was that marijuana? Was that a drink? They're gonna always be on it. Like I said, being a parent, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like I said, it's life changing. It's life changing for the better. It is a Terry Lynn, ACS. It is life changing. Hey, AAA. For the better, it's the most rewarding gift I ever got. But at the same time, it helped me to find my way out of stuff. But it also, in the process, made me lose a part of me. And I don't say that, you don't want to say that as a mother because you don't want to sound as if it's their fault because it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not because this shit didn't come with a handbook. You know, it didn't come with a handbook. Um, it didn't come with warning signs like you're getting too close. You know what I mean? Hey, whipping post. It just didn't. It didn't. It didn't. And then like I said, your children are all their own individuals. They really are. No two are the same. You know. And I just really what I pumped with my children is that I need you to be your brother's keeper. I need you to love on each other and know that no matter what, as long as you breathe and you have each other. Because as a parent, when I'm gone, I need to know that. Like, I need to know that no matter what, that there's someone who loves you in a place. Because I just feel like what we were given in life, our families, good or bad, there's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind it. So I really put that in my kids. Like I said, this parenting, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then my son has real bad anxieties already. He really does. And it's like with the youth, something happens and it freezes them. So a tragedy or just something happens and it freezes them. And so when you get them out, you're so worried about them going back to that or feeling like that again or that happening again. And then life just keeps, because we know one thing about being an adult, life don't stop. It don't say, oh, you know what, whipping post, you going through too much right now, so I'm going to just slow down anything else. Nope, it doesn't. Matter of fact, when it rains, it pours. It's a tsunami outside. Oh, wow, you lost your mind, Tina. Mm. It just, so yeah, and then when you lose your parents young, it just something feels like it's missing. You have all these unanswered questions, and even like with parents, when you lose your kids, you have all these unanswered questions. Like why? All the whys you can't answer. I remember on my 16th, 15th birthday, a good friend of mine's mother passed away. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. And I remember the first time I saw her after her mom passed, and she was being so strong. And I thought, wow, I don't know if I could be that. And she just said that, like, she was doing it for her mom. So every decision she has made in life from that moment of losing her before you could graduate and her see you graduate, before your prom, before you get married, before you have children, for anything else, um, she passed away, but that she gave you so much life that you live for her. And I just thought when I became a parent, like I said, I was 15 when it happened. When I became a parent, I thought that's the honor of a parent. Like to think that even in missing me, because I'm 42. I'm a choke up if I thought about losing my mom because she is my hero. She is she has taught me to fight the right way because she could fight so wrong and she could be such a different person and she's not. And her spirit is so beautiful. And it makes me want to just be this much of it. My mother is she is a lot. She is my biggest cheerleader. My mom, when I didn't even understand how my anxiety would set up and I'd go straight into fight or flight and all these things, my mom started telling me, it's time to get the squirrels back in the tree. They came out the tree, but it's time for them to go on in for the night. And at first, when she said, I'm like, what the? Is she talking about squirrels in a tree? But there was something in knowing she was a safe place. Every time she said that, I thought, it's okay. It's okay. Like, what I think has me so worked up, it's okay. And I was just thankful that somebody loved me. And I'm, hey, don't. That somebody loved me enough that even in a place where I seem like, oh, let me get away from her because she is, oh my goodness, she think everybody against her. She ain't listening. But she stopped and she loved me back. And so for that, I'm like, I still started realizing in the storm, like, man, it's love that's held you. It's love that conquered me. It's love that changed me. So like I tell people that I'm nobody's sucker. First of all, let me tell y'all something. I'm the type that's gonna go from 0 to 100 real quick. I'm going to lose all sight of any logic. So I'm telling you, for me, I've grown a lot. And trust me, life keep testing you. Oh man, oh this happened. Oh, you normally would react like this. This happened. You'd be on the phone doing this. This happened. You do, and it's teaching me to be still. That though I fought like that all these years, what did I get? What did I get? Hmm. Yeah, you might have took down this nasty person. Look, 4 more nasty people came back up. It's just like the police. They shut down a tip and 2 more open up. Oh wow, your mom's best friend. How beautiful is that? And that touches me too because one of my best friends passed away during the pandemic, and like I tell you, some days just to deal with everything going on, to me, he's out of town. Um, but my buddy, when he traveled a lot and he did things with entertainment and everything else, I've always been with his son, and I'm always going to be a part of his life. And sometimes I wish I could be more financial, but I'm always going to be there. I'm always going to be there because the truth of the matter is I love my buddy and I know what he would do and I know what he wanted and I know what he stood for. And I'm going to make sure that I never let that go. Ever, ever, ever. So I applaud your mom's best friend. That was a real friend. See, that's what friends do. That's what friends are for. Thank you for being your mama's friend to this woman. Thank you. Thank you for loving your mom so much that she didn't see any other place but to be with you. That is good. And be sugar. Hey, sis. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. Now you know you'll be on my community wall of sharing because you know what? I'm about sharing. I'm about uplifting. I'm about educating. I'm about, you know what I mean? I'm just elevating. I don't know because I have for so long. I lived in the words of Robin Hood. You take from the rich and give to the poor. We hit licks. Fuck you. It's me against the world. I lived in that. I lived in that. And I don't know. There just was never no peace. There was never, and I couldn't trust nobody. I'd get in a relationship and I would be like, oh, they ain't no shit. But they just might have made a mistake. And I was giving up on people faster than anybody ever gave up on me. I was giving up, giving up, giving up, giving up, giving up, because that's what the world showed me. If you tried to take an inch, I gave you a mile worth of shit. Like I stayed in that place, and so like I tell people, well, I'm not trying to tell you nothing but my story and my story. And if I would have started telling my story a year ago, there would have been days when I'd have came on here and be like, "Hey, y'all, bump all that good shit, bump it," because the world keep punching me in my face. People say I ain't never been in a domestic violence relationship. Well, I have with the world, with my so-called friends, with whatever it was. abusing me. And the worst part was they were abusing me mentally, and it taught me how to abuse myself physically, mentally, and by physically, I mean you physically abusing yourself. I'm so angry I don't eat for days. I'm so mad I don't sleep for days. I'm so, you know what I'm saying? I'm so mad I just sat here and drank myself into oblivion. I'm so mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm abusing myself physically and mentally. Not just like, I'm tired of beating up on me. Matter of fact, I'm going to show people how I want to be treated by treating them like that. Like I said, you can't get over on me. First of all, I can feel people. Now, I'm no psychic. I ain't going to do I can't read nothing for you. None of that. I'm none of that. But I can feel. I can sit and talk, and I can feel pain when you're not even saying anything. You do something here, and I can see there. I see past your imperfections. I see past your mistakes because I'm not here to judge. I got no heaven or hell to send you to. It's some people on here begging people to stop doing what they doing. I had to learn that I had to stop doing it first. I know that may sound hard because we taught that if you do it to me, I'm going to do it to you. Smack me and I smack you back. An eye for an eye. But I just said, nah, I'm gonna start giving it to people opposite. You gonna sit here and try to bring the hate out of me, I'm gonna pull myself up out of this. I'm gonna go the other way. Now, if you want to follow me and come grab my coat, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna turn around. Because I tried to walk it off. That was respect. That was the boss in me. I fear no man but God. I fear trucks. But I don't fear him where I got like a fuck, but I do. You know what I'm saying? I do fear 18. Well, I do fear looking down when I'm up too high. You know, I do have those kind of fears. I don't fear no human. I don't care damn what you did, where you from, who you know. I don't fear none of that shit. I don't. My biggest fear is me going backward. My biggest fear is me allowing somebody's pain to put me in a pain I can't get myself out of. My biggest fear is that when I go back, there is no coming back. That I fear. That I fear. So I can only control me. I can't control you. I can't control somebody. I can control me. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm speaking from my heart. I'm speaking of things that society and life will have you afraid to talk about when it's more people that understand it than don't. Then there's more people that have been waiting for somebody to hold the conversation at least. Bring up the topic. People are sitting on platforms and have platforms, and there's so much you want to say, and you're not saying nothing at all. I mean, bring peace to you. Start there. If you cool with where you at, hey, you know that saying, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. Hey, Nurse Jen. What joke? What did you write last night? There was a joke, Nurse Jen, because I was laughing a lot. You know, I was in it. Hey, you know, I told him M plus C equal D, all these letters. Oh, Morris Code. Morris Code supposed to crack. What did you say yesterday, Nurse Jen? That's probably something I laughed at. What did you say? We need to laugh, y'all. I'm telling y'all, some stuff is just laughable. It's just laughable. I promise you, because last night I was laughing. I was getting me a good ha ha he in. I was. Anybody anybody was in there last night? No, I was like, wait, did that say H plus M equals C? And she's like, oh man, he know the Morse code. I said, he was more lost than us. He was all a little, wait, what? But she dropped the mic. She said, like, boom, boom, y'all, I'm up out of here. Boom. I said, wait a minute. Who come drop Morse code? Don't you ever come up here dropping no Morse code and walk up out of here. I said, for this whole week, every time I just want to say something and I don't even know if I can say something, I'm just like, you know what? H plus M equals 6. and then I'm gonna put a mic. Just drop. Just know I'm dropping it, y'all. I'm dropping the mic right there. Laughing is the best medicine. It's the best medicine. You know, crying sometimes cleans the soul. Now you don't want to weep for 40 years. But you know what I mean? Oh, but there's yeah, like I said, I didn't see anybody say anything rude. So everybody was being encouraging and even when we stopped the jokes, it was like, hey, fella, the best thing you can do is take care of you. Because let me tell you, this ain't for everybody. And sadly it should be because it's an open platform for everyone, for every and anyone. But the thing is that just like this world, you just got to almost have on, once again, because that's how we talk. I got on my armor suit every time I walk out the door. I'm ready for whatever war you bring in. I'm just always on ready, on guard. No, I could be prepared. You know what I mean? And I could be wise. Hey, Sassy. Thank you, sis. I can be wise. I can be prepared. I can be, all that. But I'm just not walking out on fight and flight no more. I can't stand that feeling. I can't stand that feeling. I got to be in defense at all times. So anytime I say no, I'm defending. Y'all, I'm about to go to the store. I'm only going to the store now because I don't want to defend everything I say. I don't, I got to explain. And then when I'm done explaining, you still don't understand. Because nothing makes me angrier than going into deep explanation or they gone there around the corner and down the street by now. And you still let them know you here? Come on. Come tell me all about it. Come tell me about them people that just walked past. Tell me all about them. What they do? What they say? Hold on, y'all got something for me. What they say, bud? What they say that made you so sad? Hmm? Was it that they walked past and they were laughing? Okay. They were talking to each other. You know how I'm sitting here talking on the computer? They were talking. That's a good boy. Right. Sassy says, hey, Nino. Everybody says, hey, how you doing? How you doing? He said, right now I need to just stare at myself in the mirror because I just don't know. He's starting with the man in the mirror, and that's what we need him to do. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm just standing this way because then I can see. Look, he's smart. He can look in that mirror, and in the mirror he can see the window. So look, he can be look. He already prepared. He said, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for if anybody walks by. Don't trust him. I know him. I know him inside out. Right, he is a barker. I swear. And I kid y'all not, if I wasn't on live or we weren't talking or I wasn't on the phone in the middle of a good conversation, he isn't barking at nothing. He chilling. But it seemed like he's like, hold on, you on the phone? That means you're not paying attention. A riffity riff. And a riff it is. That's him cussing somebody. A riff it is. And you think, like, if I close the blind, it doesn't distract him as much because they're going by. Because when they walk past, they're walking right past your window. So he's like they walking in the house as far as he's concerned. But if you close the blinds, it's if they come past loud or like when housekeeping goes by and they're rolling the thing, he's like, who is that? And why are they making so much noise? Oh, but he's my cuddle bear. He is my, like I tell people, even over here, like right now, people feel like they have the need to tell you, like, oh, it's a lot of homeless people in the hotel. Well, baby, let me tell you something. It's a lot of homeless people living in somebody else. Is it in your name? Because even if you paying them rent, according to some states, that's declared doubling up. That's still a part of homelessness. We live in a society where some people cannot afford. They have jobs, and so then you say, "Wait a minute, how is somebody in a hotel paying over $1,000 a month, but they don't have a crib? Maybe they don't have good credit, or maybe they have the money monthly that they can come up with weekly or biweekly, but they can't come up with the full amount to get the deposit. You know what I'm saying? Because they live off these checks, check to check. I don't know what someone's reason is. But I know that they're not all the same, and they don't make you bad. Because if I'm sitting here and saying I'm not bad, I can't be sitting here thinking you are because look like they might have got high before in their life. That's why they're here. Maybe they're not. Because really, what you should be saying to yourself was if they got high and that's how they end up here, then why you here? Because you ain't never got high. Why you here? So I don't sit and judge people like that. I just don't. I don't. But apparently, like this hotel, even like I said, I'm in the suburbs. I am so close to the airport that I got freaking videos of the airplanes coming down and they're about to land on something. They're about to land at the airport. But apparently, hey Sly, hey, but apparently this hotel I'm in 2021 during the pandemic, I guess a shelter out here closed and the state housed some people here who are still here. So there's some people here that have been here for a year, but that's their story. That's their story. It's not mine. It's not mine. And so like even when I'm in a place like this, even if this was an apartment complex, I'm not really trying to kick it with my neighbors, but I'll speak. I'll hold conversation, but I'm just not. And not because I'm against anybody. I'm not. And y'all know when I was at the last hotel, I even did it in one of my videos. When I was at the last hotel, this lady, we kept bumping into each other in the hallway. Hey, Vixie, I see it. G5, I see it. But I kept seeing her. So one day I saw her in the hallway and I said, we meet again because we just kept meeting in the hallway. And she was like 2 doors down from me. But we would meet in the hallway. I'd be going outside to smoke. We'd be going the different ways. I'd be going to the door that had on the side or go sit in the front. She'd be going to the back. And she was like, I know you from somewhere. I was like, you do? People say that. I always think, especially when I'm, like I said, when I'm in my city and people say they know me, they probably do. I've been all through this city and not in a bad way, but it's easy to have known me because I've moved around this city and not living around, just been around this city, west side, south side, especially the west side and the south side, the western suburbs, some of the southern suburbs, the north side. I've been all around this city. So I'm always like, oh, okay, maybe they seen me somewhere, or people always think I'm somebody they know. I was on 69th and Stewart the other day, stopped, and this guy started telling me, oh yeah, they came over here, such and such. Yeah, they did a drive-by and they got him last night. Yeah, and then they came back shooting later, but Dookie and Snooky and them, and I'm thinking, I don't know you. But he kept talking. He was so comfortable in knowing me that he just kept saying, all right, sis, I'm gonna see you next time. But you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you stopped and talked with me. I'm thinking he ain't gonna see me next time. Cause I'm over here doing something now. I might be over there, but I'm gonna be right here. I don't know how you know me. So usually people do. So when she said it, I'm like, oh, I've been bumping through this city my whole life, so you probably have seen me, or you know what I mean? And she said, no, we Facebook friends. I was like, we Facebook friends. Now mind y'all, I got 2 Facebook pages. So I'm like, okay, all together on both, it's almost 12,000 people because one page got like 2,000 followers and 5,000 friends. I'm like, I don't know. So I was like, well, what's your name? So I start typing in her name into my Facebook. And as I'm typing in her name, she said, yeah, you used to get on your lives when you work downtown. You worked around downtown and you be on the train and you do your lives and sometimes you come on with your buddy. As soon as she said it, I'm typing in her name. And I'm thinking, she do know me because I did do that. You know what I'm saying? That was my big live, and I would come live because I just wanted to talk sometimes, and I just came on my live and started doing it. And I'm like, oh, she do know who I am. And I'm like, oh wow. So then I type in her name, she's there, and she's actually on both of my pages. I said, wow. I said, wow, you never know. And she said, it's good to see. She literally told me. She told me the next day. She said, it's good to see you just like how you be on it. I knew you was somebody real. You never know who you're gonna bump into. You never know. And you never know. When you out here spewing shit, you never know who listening. And who gonna take that in. Who gonna keep going with. You never know. You never know. And then I thought about the days when I would have been ashamed that I had to stay in a hotel, so I wouldn't have been telling nobody. Then I would have been more ashamed that somebody seen me and could probably go tell somebody my downfall. You can't tell nobody nothing about me. They want to know about me. Come ask me, cause I'll tell you with no shame. Cause here's the thing: even if it was the most worst thing I did, I made it out. I'm not doing it no more, so I can tell you. And if it's something I'm still standing, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, when we talk about them flaws we trying to fix, here goes some of mine. I am definitely flawed. I am definitely flawed. But yeah, oh, yeah, just speaking to each other. I want to see what everybody was saying. Oh, thank you, Slab. That's how I woke up this month. Wait, does that say 503? I said, hold on, let me refresh that shit. Cause sometimes in this game you'll have it where you like my mom, when I called my mom, say, hey, I hit 500 today. I get a community. She's like, what's a community? Wow. But she said, remember when you were excited because you had 50? She said, do you remember when you was excited when you hit 25? Because it was. It was. 'Cause I was. I was. Because sometimes you'll check yourself like, nobody cares. But sometimes on here, you'll be like, okay, I just got to 100. I'm so excited. And then it's like it don't move. And then some days it go down. Some days it's like 100, 99, 98, 102, 100, 103. And sometimes that'll beat you up. It'll have you saying, well, maybe I should change what I'm doing. And I think that's what happens with YouTubers. They say, wait a minute, let me just watch around and see what worked for them. What I've learned is I've seen some YouTubers come out one way, change to another, and then go back to that way because that was their real way. But the way they thought, let me get these numbers, let me get these people's attention. I'd rather just have who really genuinely want to be there. I want you to come because we all came to have a good time. We all came to laugh and talk and enjoy each other's company. And you know what I mean? Be entertained, informed. You know what I mean? Entertained, informed, or educated. I mean, that's it. That's it. Now, what falls under your entertainment umbrella is whatever entertains you. So that's all I try to give on here. Dixie, did I speak? Hey, see it? But yeah, and so it's definitely, and here's the thing: I could have hit 500 today and be sitting in the fast for 2, 3 more weeks. Or four. I mean, I started October 7th. That's when I did. When people would say, "Oh, you started a year ago because you put out a video talking about the Sherelle and John Gacy." No, I didn't. That wasn't me starting a page. That was literally me coming out the comments because I was so tired of when you saying something that agree with people, everybody is like, yay, yay, yay. And then as soon as you say your own free opinion, people turn. And I got tired. I'm like, I'm not about to sit in here and argue with people. I done did that. I done windmill, whatever y'all want to call it, co-sign, did all that stuff in these years of being on here. And I'm just like, none of that shit really is helpful. And I learned from my mistakes. I can't speak about nobody else. Just be you. And if here's the thing, I've been saying this since I was young, but now I really live in it. If you, I'm gonna be me. So that way, if you like me for me. And if you love me for who I am, the core of me. And if you don't, that's fine too. Because at least I know you just don't get down with whatever I am. And that's fine because you have the right. Didn't I tell y'all when I was in the wrong, I could stand people in the right? They made me sick. Because in my mind, they wasn't going through shit. That life was just peaches and cream and they had a white picket fence and everything was perfect. But what I learned is that wasn't the truth. I told y'all one day I literally was sitting with a girl on Mother's Day. And I was thinking, I used to think all the time, I worked with her. I was thinking with her all the time, like, she always seemed up and she always got all these opinions about this and about parenting. She ain't even know mama. She always got this. She always telling somebody this. And she just seemed like she thinks she know everything and everything else. And I honestly think that about her. She was never doing nothing wrong. And one day we went out on Mother's Day and we were sitting outside smoking. And some guy walked past and he said, "Happy Mother's Day, ladies." She was like, "I'm not a mother." And I thought, lots of people just say that to women because it's Mother's Day, but whatever. She was like, "I'm not a mother." And then she's like, "I really can't stand this day." And I was like, "You can't stand Mother's Day?" So immediately I thought she must have beef with her mama. And she said, no, I can't. She said, because when I was 14, and what's funny is the story she would end up telling was a story that ended up making the news and, making our news. It didn't happen in Chicago. It happened in one of the suburbs, the western suburbs outside of Chicago. But as soon as she told the story, I remembered it. But she said she was 14 or was about 14. One of them were 14. But anyway, their father killed their mother. So they lost both their parents on that day. But her father wasn't immediately arrested for it. Like, but when she told me the story and she said, and the thing is that it's all these times I've needed her and I haven't had it. And so, like, some people tell me I come across like a lesbian, but I didn't have those feminine ways because they end up being raised by like their uncle. And so when she talked, and I thought, I feel like shit for all the things I've thought about you. I feel like shit that I made a judgment about you and knew nothing about you. And then I understood it, but then I also noticed that with me for the next 3 years that we would work together, her guard was down because she was in a safe place. I didn't treat her like she was, so fragile you could, you know what I mean? And I also didn't treat her like she wasn't there. I just learned from it. And so these are things that later on as I grow and grow, they show me like you've been trying to go away from this other stuff. You've been trying. Now it's time to do it. Put actions behind it. You know what I mean? Faith without works is dead. It's like without faith without work is dead. You got to put in the work. Anything you asking of anybody, you better be willing to do it. And don't give me that, well, I only do it when, well, then you got to understand they might only do it when they. And that's how I move about people. Like, oh, okay, I'm not going to say, oh, you did that. You're the worst person in the world. But you know what? When I did it, it's because I was defending myself. Maybe you was too. Maybe you was too. Now, just because I wouldn't defend myself on what you defend yourself on doesn't mean you weren't defending yourself. You never know what people are going through. Hey, when we were doing sounds, I learned about AAA and her losses. And so I know what to pray for. I pray for all of us to have strength, for all of us to self love and self build more, because that's the key to the change in everything around us. It starts, I can't fix shit if I can't fix me. I won't change anything until I change me. And I see everybody as an equal. I really do. If your finances make you better than me, it just means you can go buy things I can't. Your credit might be better. You might be able to go get things on credit because credit better than money anyway. That's what's wrong with people. Just like people will be, oh, because I got a house, but really you rent one. Different than the person renting an apartment. You just got a bigger space. But you'll talk down on them like you're better than them. But I told you, I had 11 people living in my house at one time because I was housing 7 of them. I was housing 7 extra people in my house because they had nowhere to go. And so I said, Danny, you'll never understand because you got a place, you got a house. I said, first of all, I'm a renter. Okay. Secondly, let me tell you something. Shit could change for any of us in the blink of an eye. You ever had something happen and you could stamp the time because it's the time that changed your life? It's the time that changed everything you thought. What you thought couldn't happen to you. What do you hear people say when things happen in their town, their neighborhood, or something? They never thought it'd be them. But baby, don't you understand that once it happens somewhere, it can happen anywhere? Once I open the door for it here, it can go there. Did you know? No? Oh, well, in case y'all didn't know, so tell somebody. Let them know, because people seem not to know that. People seem to say, I can't believe that rock that's over here, because we're not even like that. Are people living there? Well, then someone's like that. Someone's just like that. But yeah. Oh, I'm so excited today. I'm excited for several reasons today. Like I said, I'm really excited to get my son. I am. I am. I am. Even if within hours I'm gonna be like, all right, y'all, I'm checking out. I'm just gonna go ahead and get me a tent, hit Tent City. But no, but yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm definitely excited about reaching my first milestone. Like I said, when I hit my first 1,000 hours, I realized like, oh my goodness, I thought when you think about just getting 1,000 subs, I thought that's like the hardest part. That's the hard part. But they're gonna come as they do. You know what I mean? And what's meant for you, no one can take it from me. And so that part I don't even worry about anymore. I worry about making sure I'm adding content and adding things that not only are just out there, that are actually going to be viewed. So I can start building those hours up more and more. I'm almost at 2,000, so I'll be at the halfway. Too much. Yeah, you told them. You let them know. Okay, you sure told them, Baba. Well, I bet they ain't never coming back. They're not gonna walk back to their room because you done told them. Anyway, so yeah, so when I hit that, I'll actually be at the halfway mark of that too. So I'm excited about that. I'm just always excited when I'm moving forward. Nothing feels worse than staying stagnant or moving backwards is even worse. But those two things. So as long as I'm moving forward in life and in me, and as long as not only am I, like I said, I'm talking to myself. I'm saying, Danny, you know better. Danny, and so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Hallelujah. I mean it. Yeah, so oh guys, I swear. I used to ask myself, like when I be watching lives, um, or watching people in their lives, and I would always say to myself, like, I don't care how people get on there and just, you know, run your mouth and da 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 da. And this is back when I was looking at like Facebook lives. And then when I got on there, there was something therapeutic in it for me. I would get on there sometimes and I'd be on the bus and it just be things going on. I remember one day getting on the train and one of the CTA workers fell on the track while we were down there. And I remember like that having me anxious. Like just I've I have been, and so all these different things would go on some mornings, and then my clients, I loved them, but when I leave, some days I feel bad. I had one client who, after a surgery, he just ended up like paralyzed, and he was only 11. And every time I walked out that door, all I could feel, I wish I could give my legs to him. I wish I could, I don't know, but I'd be just so happy. So I would literally go live to shift the mood and feel good about being able to be a part of his life. But not just be down. And that's how I started going live on Facebook. So that's what was started, and just so it became therapeutic. And I never went on. I'm never gonna come on and tell nobody business, but man, you know what I mean. Everybody can tell their own story. And he was 11. He was 11, and they actually came from Nigeria. And the night they sent him out here, and he was out here going through Northwesterns and any of our good children hospitals. But yeah, I was a home care provider for him, so I would come to his house in on the weekdays, and I would only come in the morning. 3 days of the week I came in the morning just for 2 hours, and it was to get him up, get him showered. Um, I'm over it. I'm over it. Let's go night night. You go night night. I'm cool. I'm talking. I'm talking. You think he was the one who stayed up all night? But I would come. Oh, get out of my face. He was too much. Team too much. Look, team too much. Team too much. Um, I would go and I would get him up, give him a shower, uh, make his bed, put his load in the washing machine. So when I got up and I got him up, I would take his bed sheets off, take him downstairs. Oh, well, on his thing, it wasn't downstairs, it was actually on his floor. I would take his stuff over to the washing machine. Then I would give him a shower because you had to put him in his chair. So when he got in his chair, it's so that he could use the bathroom, at that time. And he would do that. He put his stuff in. His mom was there, but it also gave her a hand for those couple of hours. So when I first came, because she was so used to doing it alone, and she was so used to getting people who just couldn't do it, I made sure that I could give her that ease at that time too. So she could take a nap, or she could, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. When I first got there, she told me how she had for months and I had a full, no real sleep or able to rest. And so that was my big goal with him. And then I would come on a Thursday in the evening. So on that Thursday evening, it was a reversal. I actually was the one helping to put him to bed. So I would read him stories and I would talk to him. And he taught me to listen to people's eyes. I swear that boy would look at me and I could hear him. I knew when he was happy. I knew when I had started going around about the documentary America to Me, and I wasn't working with him. And then after October, when I wasn't going, doing so much with it, I was able to come back, and I came back. And when he seen me, his whole eyes lit up. But then he kept rolling his eyes, and I said, "I know you're mad at me because you haven't seen me." And I said, "But I missed you too." And he looked back at me, and I said, "I really missed you. I missed our time. I missed our conversations." And he loves soccer. And I said, "Now, and you got me loving soccer now." And I didn't, but it taught me something. It just changed. So, like I said, life has shown me how to change. Like I said, I don't have to lose my kid to know that that's something that'll rock a mother. And like I said, when I was young, I listened to the screams of a mother lose her child, and I never forget it. Just like I never forget the cries of a young child at their parents' funeral, begging their mama to get up. I'll never forget it. So see, when I've been in them places, I know that anybody can go there. And what I'm thinking is, hey y'all, we gotta bag up. Cause they already heavy. They already waking up from a nightmare that wasn't in your dreams. And how could I want something better for me, but think you deserve something worse for you? What the? I'm just not like that. But yes, but he taught me a lot. I was thankful, that very thankful to have him. And I would have continued to reach out to them after I left. But sometimes when you work for those kind of companies, you sign policies that say that you won't interact with these clients on anything personal. And then about a year into the pandemic, one day my phone rang and she just called me. She said, "I found a way to get your number." And she said, "I just had to call to see how you were doing. And you're not too famous to see." I said, "Girl, bye. I'm famous. Famous. No, I'm not. Not at all. But yeah, but I didn't go by because, like I said, yeah, I'm a strong person, and my word is my bond. So once I signed those papers, I understood that no matter how attached I got to these people, when I was no longer with the company, let the clients go. And it was a season, and I hated to do it because I love people. And when I connect with them, I hate to be on other people's restrictions about them. I hate when you got somebody you want to just say, "Oh, I had such a good time with Susan the other day," but everybody in the room, "Hey, Susan, tonight I can't speak." Fuck you. I'm still going to say, "I had a good time with Susan. What y'all on?" Because I didn't need your response. I just want to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bite my tongue, but I know how to speak. I know how to tell you just what I mean, and you know what I mean? I know how to say it nicely. I know how to say it nasty. But I'm just like getting more bees with honey. That's all. But yeah, what does everybody have planned for today? Look, he planning to follow me. He planning to follow me all around the house. What y'all got planned for today? I'm so mad about this doggone Wi-Fi though. Ugh, it's driving me crazy. But yeah, what does everybody have planned? What are you planning on doing? I know that when my son gets here, you can just take the shuttle over, which is good because I feel like, Uber from the airports are always just way more than they should be. And I'm close to the airport, but I don't know if you guys notice these days, the closer trips seem like they way worse. Nina, we're done. Come here. We're done. We're done. We are not just barking. The window is closed. Nobody is bothering us. I need you to stop. That's it. Now, the next time you bark for no reason, you're going into that kennel. That's it. Stop. You're fine. We're okay. I'm okay. You see, I'm talking to my friends. It's okay. You're okay. Don't you yarn when I'm talking to you. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. He's just like a teenager. He's just like I am Root. That's him. That's him. He's a teenager now. He's just so much. He does so much. But yeah, hey Maria, what's up? Yeah, like I said, I don't know what I'm really doing today. Today, like I said, I've been up. I do not feel tired at all, but I know that lack of rest can have you worse than somebody that's on something. Like, cause soon you're not gonna function the way you should. You'll be a little also. I don't know. I plan to lay down, like I said, because I don't want my son to come and he think that my tiredness mean I didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And so, because that's people turn. So you like, well, that's not what I was doing. I was just tired. I ain't go to sleep last night and just have a lot on my mind, and I'm thinking, and as a shift coming, a change come. Change is scary. Change is scary. I got buddies who will tell me, man, Danny, you being nice in the world is going to kill you. But here's the thing, I could be mean in the same world that's going to kill me. If that's the case. But I don't think, hold on, because I don't make no promises that I can't keep. And I promise that you was going in this kennel. Let's go. I told you. No one's out there. Nobody walked past. Not only are you going in the kennel, look, you gonna go in the kennel. I'm opening the blinds, and you're gonna hang out right there. Y'all, I ain't got no time. He know I'm booked and busy. Got no TikTok, Cause he'll test you. Because I told y'all, I was saying that yesterday. He understand every word I'm saying. So he understood that I said, if we bark again for no reason, nothing's going on. You're going to head up in there for a few minutes. Hang out with your kennel for a little bit. And I have to mean what I say and say what I mean. Hey, Lady Shaya. Hey, sis. Yeah, but like I said, so today I don't really have a plan. It's, I so am ready to go back to work. Like, truly, I am. Just so my days can have some kind of routine. Some days I feel like I'm waking up and just trying to figure out what to do to make it through this day, not have too much idle time where I'm doing nothing with it but thinking of all the messed up or whatever it may be. I try my best not to sleep my day away because if I sleep too much, it'll put me in a depression. Then I try my best not to be so anxious that I'm awake all night. So we all are fighting. But I'm truly just at a place where I'm like, I just got to fight for the best of me. I've been there, done that. Like I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, man, like I said, it's so many stories I can tell. I ain't here to tell nobody else story, but I can tell y'all stories where one word led to somebody's life. I could tell you a story where somebody was sitting up making a bed for somebody they had no idea they were making for them. Off of a bed of lies. I don't want to be a part of that. Like, as far as I say part, people say, well, you're a part if you talk to them. You're a part if you cool with this person. No, you're a part if you do it. You're a part if you do it. Because there's some people who saying, oh, just because you don't know they do it, that mean they don't. It was like back in the day when girls used to try to act like they was a virgin because they had no kids. That don't make you a virgin, sweetie. Not being touched makes you a virgin. No penetration makes you a virgin. All that other stuff just make you a liar who feel bad about what you doing, so you looking down on people who might have, they might have caught something. They might have had a baby. So now we going to judge them, and we all doing the same thing. You doing just what I'm doing. They can get you in the same place. But somehow you better than me? I don't think so. I don't think so. If you anywhere I'm at, like I said, if you know my name, we somewhere in the same place. Hey, Joe being Joe. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for believing in me. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm like, you never know with people. Not even talking about you. I'm just saying you never know with people because like I said, I know people who to them, if you're not out here kicking up dust, you are lame. You must be scary. Yeah, I'm scared I'm going to spend life in jail for ending somebody's life over words. I'm scared that I'm going to react in a way that everybody's going to swear I was the provoker. I was the one who wanted it. I was the instigator. I was everything, and I wasn't. I was defending myself. You know how many women are in jail because one day they decided you won't put your hands on me no more? But it don't matter. They in jail. Nobody seemed to care that they were tortured forever. So I've learned that too. I've learned that every time I went off on somebody, I had somebody telling me, you took it too far. They took it too far when they made me feel like that's how I had to fight, but nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. And then some people tell me, well, Danny, he's so tall, people are already intimidated. Oh, so now here go all these vices that make me wrong. Now that make me wrong? But I wasn't too tall for you to keep fucking with me. Lying on me. Thinking you could belittle me. Thinking you were somewhere better than me. I wasn't too tall for that. But then as soon as I lost my cool, I was too gutter. We got on some old gutter shit. You wasn't talking about death, and I started bringing it in there with baby. When you started playing with me like that, that's how I felt. Sorry, not sorry. So tell me, I know it. I walked all the walks. And I talked all the talk. Let me tell you something. I gang banged and rang with nothing but the fellas, and I don't know. I'm a hoe because once again, because you a woman, I gotta be that. No, because I'm a rider. Because dudes knew they could come get me, and I'm gonna be about that business. Not come get me, and I'm gonna be about that girl. No, that's not who I was. I never know peace. And then it don't stop. You do something, they do something, you do something, they do something. It never stops. It never stops. They killed one of yours, you took one of it. It never stops. And when you do it so long, even when you stop, it's a whole load of people that's ready to be just like that. Worse, times two. Because they ain't going to give up like you did. They going to say, look at that quitter. They must have got scared. They got too old for the game. No, I just got tired. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is so true, Joe. I mean, and it'll happen anyway. It could be that they was tagging you and they dropped a weapon and you went bananas. Adrenaline is flowing. You ever fought for your life? Your adrenaline will make you do some things you would have normally never did. Never. So, like I said, I've just learned, now you're just making, oh, you know what? You can have a bark party over there. Yep. Yeah, and that's how I was. That's how I was. You hit me, I'm stabbing you. You hit me again, we taking this to a new level. So like I said, I've been there. I've been there. I've sat thanking God. Sometimes when you're telling a story, you got to thank God that sense came over you. But I remember one day sitting and plotting it all out. I made a couple of cocktail bombs. I had it all planned out. I was going to set your crib on fire. And as y'all ran out, I was going to light every last one. Every mofo came out that damn house. And I really, 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 really meant it. And it was a person who is no longer even my friend. That's why you got to be thankful sometimes when people in your path. But she literally stood in front of the door at my crib. She said, "You going to embarrass your family like that? You bigger than this, Dan. You better than that. Don't get this dude that energy, man." And see, I wasn't telling people the physical part. But she stopped me. And she said, "Girl, I'm going to take these little bottles you done made, and I'm getting rid of them, girl. I'm not letting you keep them. I'm going to take this piece you got. I'm not letting you keep it. And I'm going to stay the night here with you tonight. Because I'm not going to leave you alone." And I'm thankful because had she had said, because some of our friends say, "Go." You say, "I'm finna go do this." They say, "Oh, come on, I got a ride. I got a car. Hold on, let me take you, girl. You're a fool." "Hold on, girl. Hold on, let me call Tuki and them so they can see it too." Because they know how you get down. They'll encourage it. Look for the people tell you, "Man, say less." You willing to do a bid for them? You gonna show them and do a bid for them at the same time? I'm glad I didn't either, but it's a fact. It's a fact. I was 16 years old. I was a kid. I was a kid, but so in love with somebody that I didn't love me enough. And I'm thankful I made it through that because it taught me what I'll never do again. It taught me, like I told you, I done danced with the devil and led. And people always think because you had these things in your life, you must have came from drug addict. No, hell no. Hell no. My parents still making noise. You understand me? Meaning good noise. But you never know what life gonna dish you. So, like I said, please, I'm grateful. I can tell you a couple of times I stood in the middle of life and death. And those prayers that was going out that I was doubting, and I wasn't even trying to hear about, was protecting me. The love that people had for me that I didn't even notice. And I was in such a dark place. When you dark, you don't even want to love because you don't want to lose. Because sometimes your dark place came because you done lost all the things you loved, or some of the most important things you ever loved, and you don't even have an answer. So it keeps me, I don't really want to get that close to nobody because I don't want to lose them. But I don't even know how to say that. So I just know how to shut them off. "Well, yeah, I can't do with you today. I won't see you for a couple of months because I want to learn how to live without you." But see, life also taught me with that, there's no such thing as learning how to live without things you care about. There's no such thing as being prepared to never have them again. So I'm not gonna sit here and give y'all some bullshit. Life might teach you how to go ahead and make it through the day. God may carry you around for years because you can't make it on your own. But half of the things I was mad about is because, like I said, well, what made me seem mad all the time was pain, being unheard. So, of course, I'm always screaming because I feel like nobody hears me. And every time I tell somebody something, they give me an answer that is not the solution. Because if it was that easy, yeah, don't forget where you come from. Don't forget where you come from. Know where your people come from. Know the fights you've been in. And matter of fact, the darker your life was, if you sitting in a light, count yourself blessed. Not lucky, count yourself blessed. And let no one take from you what you came from. Let no one diminish how hard you fought and that you made it here. And pat yourself on the back if you still love and give love and you still have a good heart. Because many's heart, they don't even know where it's located no more. You couldn't make them. You couldn't make them because they don't know nothing else. They don't know nothing else. And it would mean their pain was worse or better than yours. Depending on if y'all measuring it together. I don't know. Is it a dick measuring contest with pain? I've been in more pain than you because I had this. You could only say that if you knew exactly what those things meant to me, because then you could measure it. Because you say, oh, well, I know for a fact my mom meant more to me than your whatever. Or I know my dog meant more to me than your cat. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm thinking, man, I know what it's like to lose something you love and know it's never coming back. I know that. I know what it's like to love the same person that you're afraid of. I know what that's like. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be violated and people turn on you because of it. I know what that's like. That's right. You have to. And you can't just put it in the past where I'm putting it in a box. Because one day somebody's going to open Pandora's box. It could be a story on TV. And you could be watching them. Like I said, I watch that ID channel. It'll remind you. It'll remind you. But yeah, so like I said, I'm just about pushing. I'm pushing. I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to push till they pushing dirt over me. I'm pushing. That's all I can do. And for the first time, I feel like, hey, Tammy, hey, sis. I feel like for the first time, you know what? I might have lost the battle a few times, but I'm finally about to win the war. And that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Because, see, you can win the battle and lose the war. It means nothing. It means nothing. No one even knows. But this time, like I said, I'm definitely shooting to win the war. The war on all these hurt women like myself. We are the key to the world, and we are the most bitter, angry, vile, vindictive, dirty, shiesty mother is on the planet sometimes, I think. And we ain't never had no woman say, we probably have, but we ain't had many. We have all these men serial killers, all these men doing these terrible things. But yet I don't see them walking around so bitter. I've been a bitter bitch. I was a bitter bitch most of my life. Bitter, pissed, angry. Walked over, looked over, unheard. I come from a place where, and here's the thing I've learned too, but just speaking on mine, we are the most unprotected. Even in the vouch for us. And people say, oh, don't you stand up? They're not going to stand for all of us. This is going to be a selected few you picked and choose that you willing to stand for all of us, women-wise. But like I said, we turn on each other. We show men how to treat us. Somewhere, because I've done it before. Somewhere there's a woman okaying a man putting his hands on a woman. She shouldn't have got up in your face. She do that drink on you. She was smiling all up in dude face, in your face, like he. Well, honey, if this woman is that bad to you, she cheating on you, she acting that big a fool, leave her. But I used to tell buddies that, my buddies that too. Well, if she jumped up, put her hands on you, should have laid her out. Because then I thought, well, I don't put my hands on the dude, and I still had to try to lay me out. And then I realized it ain't good nowhere. It ain't okay no time. Hey, sis, thank you. Have fun in the meeting. Look, you know you want a job. You saying something, have fun in your meeting. Man, I hope you enjoy work today. As soon as you start, like, man, I sure want to sleep in today. I sure miss them days when I could just chill and do nothing. Hey, Martin. Oh, poor Bubba. Now you just have to bargain. What I know. And they hear you too. Anyway, enough for him and that hate. But Bubs, people can't hear me when you're barking. All they hear is a riffity riff. Anyway. Y'all see the window open up. Ain't nothing going on. That's not a thing going on. Nee. Nino. No, thank you, sir. I was just about to let you out. Because I was in such a good fit. Now you can do 5 more. I'll let you out at 108. So, I forgot his name. Hey, Margene. Hey, sis. But, oh, yeah. You miss work until you have one. I swear, until you have one, then you have a job. Like, I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. But one of the things about me is I went into being an independent contractor and working for myself like 5-6 years ago. And it's the best thing I ever did in my life. It's the best thing I ever did in my life. So, like, even when I worked for the company doing the home health care, I worked with them as an independent contractor. You know what I mean? Like, I did. I made my own schedule. I decided how I wanted to work, you know. So, and I told them when I first started, I just want 2 clients because I want to be able to give everything I can to them. Yes. Rise up. No pain, no gain. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. The first step of anything, recovery, relief, relaxation, is acknowledging what is causing this. Like, it's acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the problem, acknowledging it. Once I'm there, that's the first step. Then it's working into ways that work for you. You know what I mean? And it's not an overnight process. It didn't happen overnight. But you have to be able to see where you came from. So even when I get into situations, I think, I remember when I went off on here, I thought, I mean, the old me was coming. I mean, it was getting ready to gang, bang, swang, dang, slang, bang, cock back, get all up in your glamour. For what? For what? For what? Because, see, one thing about me, if I start sending out some threats to you, I'm not going to be happy till I do them. I'm not just going to keep saying them. Oh, girl, I'm telling you, when we come in contact, no, we going to get in contact. You know what I mean? So I just don't want the energy. I don't want to hold the hurt and the hatred because I'm in pain and I'm not going to stop till you as much. You ever say it to yourself, I'm going to make them feel like they made me feel? You won't. You won't. You won't. And some of these people who are out here doing wrong, they got good cover-ups on them. You think nothing hurt them. You think they invincible to pain. They not. They just know how to not let you know they sweating. That's all. That's it. That's it. You gotta learn the difference. So I want to learn how to be that type of person myself. I'm like, oh no, that needs to be me. I need to learn how to swallow this, see what it's causing in me, and fix that. And that's what I do. So sometimes I get mad. Like I said, I got mad that day because one thing I can't stand gossip. I can't. You know, when you really on it, I call you to the forefront. Pookity doo snoops, come on up and let's talk about it. But I hate gossip. And I hate when somebody come at somebody off what you heard, because we ain't never had a problem. Here's the thing, I ain't never had a problem with nobody on here. Tell me what problem we had. Tell me when we got into it. Tell me when I was talking about you. Tell me, because that's a problem. I had no problem with nobody. So should nobody be telling me about who and then I just can't have people telling me who I could be around or what it look like. And let me tell you something. Y'all throw this word op around on here. Op is somebody who'll kill you. Or somebody you'll kill. Op is somebody in a different gang than you. So let's start using the word right. So when you start doing that, my op, you are op, I'll be like, damn, these bitches gonna kill each other. Because where I'm from, that's what that shit means. Who blood and who crippin'? Who folks? Who a Lord? What the BDs? I mean, I'm starting throwing out gangs on you because it sounds like some gang shit. Then people, it's not a gang. We're not a gang. I don't gang. This is gang shit. If I dare to say, hey, I caught you over there. Remember back in the days in gangs, if you was on the bus and your bus came from the rival's neighborhood, they figured because you was on it, you was in it. We being that dumb again? I'm not afraid to tell y'all I ever entered a gang. So did you understand if there's ever a gang, I'm going to tell you I'm in? It was the gang I joined. That's the only one you ever going to say that you could put me tied to. Period. Point blank, period. And even as wrong as gangbanging, and I can tell you some right things they did. I can tell you what the structure made happen. But I'm not even sitting here on that because I damn sure ain't gang-ganging on here. So if I say gang-gang, I'm talking about that means we cool with each other. I got you, gang-gang. I'm rocking with you, gang-gang. Man, what side you on? If I'm talking to you, I'm speaking. When I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't care who do. Didn't I tell y'all everybody I know eat Chick-fil-A? I ain't never put that shit in my mouth, and I never will. But I don't stop nobody. I don't diss Chick-fil-A. I just don't do it. So when I don't mess with somebody, I don't give a damn who you are. You could walk in the room, everybody be kissing your ass. And I'm literally going to act like you're not in there because you mean nothing to me. You said you learned something about yourself. I'm telling y'all, because more of us can relate. We can relate. You know how many women I know that now I'm like, whoa, so you didn't hang with chicks either and you just hung with the fellas because it was the only place you could be you? It was the only place you felt unjudged? I had real life friends tell me their parents didn't want them around me because I was pregnant young and it must have been I was promiscuous. None of my fellas did that. Matter of fact, I'd be with them and they'd be like, hey, I was thinking since you feeding too, we're going to stop at McDonald's and get a 20 piece for you. And we... Yeah. I've had women, even in here, who probably shitting on me the worst behind my back? Women. The same ones I'm trying to rock with. And I don't mean rock with you like, oh, this is who I'm messing with. I mean rock with you like I'm trying to build a sisterhood for us all. So we can so these little girls can stop being tortured by the same gender they are. So these girls can stop competing against each other. It's all the time. You this and I didn't, and you that and I didn't. I got this and you don't. Bitch, sit down. Sit down. Yes. I'm telling you guys. Let me see what you're saying. Good. And that's what I had to learn. Let me tell y'all the hardest thing. I remember when I used to be able to tell you, oh, such and such did this. And I remember people always did this. And I'm like this because people did this. And I could tell you what everybody did to me. When I really started working on me in this last 11 months, that's how you know it's in the beginning, baby. It's in the beginning, so it can only get greater, or I could go all the way back. But I had to start seeing me. I had to start asking myself, why did you stay? If you knew they wasn't a good friend, why'd you keep hanging with them? If you knew that relationship wasn't working, why did you stay? And then I had to get those answers. And sometimes the answer was, I didn't want to be alone. I was so afraid to be alone. Sometimes my answer was, because at that time, we were all doing the same thing. So it's just good to be around people so you didn't feel as bad about the fact that you didn't care or the fact that you was violent or the fact, you know what I mean? So you got birds with a feather gonna flock together. But I had to check me. I had to check me, even with something going on. I had to find out that usually the energy that I'm feeling off people, sometimes in their energy, is the energy that's bringing out of me. I got around and I just felt like, man, I just feel like I need to get on my gangster square because they think I'm not playing. They think I'm going to play with them. That's the energy you're bringing out of me. I get around some people and they bring out the energy that make me want to be in peace. And I learned that you got to start surrounding yourself by what you want. You want to be on this side of the board, get with people like that. Because if you don't, the company you have is either going to bring you down, hold you in one place, or end it for you. And that's it. That's it. I've just learned it. That's what I've learned. I can't speak for what nobody else learned. That's what I've learned. Thank you, man. Thank you. I think I've heard enough people. Like I said, I've always been a leader. I've always known I was going to be somebody. But then when life started shitting on me, I thought there's no way that the chosen should be like this. Or maybe I was just, I don't know. There's times, like I told you, I want to give up. And I never, it's not even about putting anything to your head or taking a whole bunch of pills, any of that. It was about I just gave up. So sometimes I cross the street and not even look up. Sometimes we go someplace and start something with somebody and I think, well, maybe I'll go out in the blaze. I just gave up. And I'd love to tell y'all there weren't times because I had kids I didn't give up. Because see, you don't just have kids and all your mental health went away. All your problems and insecurities. Everything you're fighting went away. The fact that you... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Matter of fact, it intensifies times 3 because now all you could think is, I never want that to happen to them. And I risk my life to make sure it don't. But like I said, I had to learn. I was given this life because I'm strong enough to live it. And I had to understand that. And I had to understand that to be who I am today, it took the good and the bad. So I cannot be judging people because they have some wrongs, because that might be leading them like me. You say you love me, you say you like me, you say you're encouraged by me. Well, I had to go through all of these trials, tribulations, obstacles, ups, downs, watch people I love give up, lose people, learn how damn we was doing the same thing and they're gone. And it could be me. Why did you spare me? Well, there's a reason you still here. And that's what I had to learn. That's why I had to come. And that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the gut. I sit here and watch YouTube all the time. I watch several different creators. I am probably subscribed to about 400 creators. The truth of the matter is I watch people fighting to find themselves because everything has told them they weren't good enough. I'm done. I'm here to tell you I'm good enough. And I'm here to set, remember we talked about that foundation you build on. I built my foundation on this here YouTube platform. It's me. It's me. So up, down, good, bad, you're gonna get me. That's it. I can't be nobody else. I can't. But I definitely can feel you. I definitely want the best for you because the more people find peace, the better this world gonna be. Yo, it's a bigger picture. What's a check? What's a check when the world ends? What's a check we in war? What's a check when you don't even want to go outside? Because it's too crazy on these streets. Because every fool, they got a problem. Feel like they the problem solver. What's a check? So the first check I wanted was to check myself. And be honest with you. Be real. Even with my shortcomings. Even with my learning curves. Even with my mental challenge. I'm going to give you me. This is me. I am a voice for the underdog. I am a voice for the queens. I am a voice for single mothers, for survivors. I'm a voice. I'm a voice. I'm a voice. And I'm learning that back then, but maybe it wasn't that they didn't hear me. Maybe it's just that I wasn't saying it loud enough. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Because when I think that nobody heard me, it made me feel real lonely, surrounded by people. So I had to change my thought process and what I thought. It ain't me against the world. It's not. That's why I had to change it. I had to change it. That's why I tell people, no matter what I've been through in relationships, I never stop believing in love. Ever. Ever. I believe more in it for being in the bed. And like I tell you, I am truly only single now to make me better. Because some of us don't understand how we end up in the things we end up, but it's because we already look low on ourselves, so we don't reach high. You reach right down in that pile. Hold on. Who's that pile of people I've been messing with? Well, Pookie had the best loving, so I'm going to give him a call. That's what I'm going to go see. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll be asking myself, I've been messing with this man for 10 years on and off, and he ain't never changed. Why did he need to? And I tell all my guy friends, one thing I love about you men, when you don't get what you want, y'all leave. If women could only find the strength that when you're not getting what you need, leave. And it don't mean you won't get back with that person. It just means that you chose you first. You didn't settle no more. We had the most valuable thing between our legs that everybody wanted. So be real selective on who's willing to get that, because the thing is, we give it to them and then we take a part of them with us. And I'm tired of picking up the bad parts of a man. You know what I mean? But I was one of them women. I tell you, I love a thug. Now I tell people what I love is someone who came from the place but overcame, became better and uplifts. But I don't want a thug. I don't want to be in your shits. I don't want you still in the streets. I don't need you moving keys through I don't need none of that no more. I'm not settling for losing my king. I'm not settling. I'm not settling in no form of the fashion. It's intensified. Oh, toxic people will take you right back into toxic land with them. You'll be sitting here fine, get around a whole bunch of toxic people. You'll leave and you'll swear you ain't go where they went, but then somebody who not in the toxic, you start talking, they can hear it all in you. That's all you talking is toxic shit. Man, this dumb bitch that came up in the store, because you done went toxic with a mofo. And you'll go tell somebody, but I ain't as toxic as them heifers. Them heifers better. Them heifers right there. And somebody looking at you like, you sound a little better too, honey. You almost like biting into a lemon yourself. Yeah, like I said, man, I remember turning 30 and thinking, damn, I'm getting old. You know, I didn't used to think I'd live past 25. Anybody who known me since I was short, they used to know. I'd tell them, I don't see it. And now when you think about the fact you was giving up like that and my children in 20s, you just think, fight. Fight. Don't let the ways of the world make you become just like the things you don't like. Make the ways of the world make you better to change the things you don't like. So, but yeah, so when I hit my 30s, I'm like, oh, I'm getting old. My 30s kind of sucked, y'all. They were 10 years of a lot of pain. I mean, a lot of losses of people. Oh, man. In my 30s was not, my kids are hitting their teenage years. I got friends losing their kids all over the news, people losing their kids. So the 30s was a lot, high school with the kids. The 30s was a lot. I turned 40. People kept telling me, it get better now. And the first year I turned 40, we hit the pandemic. It was hard to see better when you're losing your job. When I'm watching people become so, and the world was in a turn. And I always know if it can happen to you, it can happen to me. If it, you know what I'm saying? If it can happen to me, it can happen to you. So the truth was, I was like in this place. So like I said, so when we hit them 40s, I'm like, oh, that first year, I'm like, they lied. Next year, in all the pains and all the losses, because 2020, 2021 was a new kind of hard. It was a new kind of low. And it was a lot. It was a lot. It intensified that everything times 25. I remember having periods. I went like 6 days during that pandemic. I could not sleep at all. At all. I remember thinking, oh, it's not gonna get better. And then, like I said, I'm 41. At 41, I just said, you know what? I gotta take a change. And then the whole thing happened with going to buy the house and jacking the price up. Not, thinking that if I do this, I'm gonna be in this financial run. And I hate when you're making money and you just don't feel like I can see it because these bills is kicking my ass. And so when I didn't do that, I just felt like everything was crumbling. But as I handled it a little bit better, not as well as I should have, but a little bit better, because a part of me wanted to go drag my landlord through the streets, make her touch every wall. And that's facts. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and tell you anything different. But then I had to be thankful that I always just wanted a house for my children. I raised my children in that house for 6 years. How I had a place where my dog could be in the yard and enjoy it, and it was mine. Well, at the time, you know what I mean? So I was thankful for that. And then I had to understand that in what she was doing what was best for her family. So if she sold the house, she could put that money up for her children. And I had to respect that. And then it started. So like I said, I went down, I went up, the pandemic. I went down, I went up. And all I kept thinking is, I just don't want to go to my lowest low. I don't. And so I fought, and I had started to learn my triggers and learn what it was I was afraid of. And I realized that some of the things I thought I was afraid of, it wasn't that. It was something else. But that those other things were just triggers of that. And then I started thinking about all the people we lost. And if this was my last day, would people really know who I was? Or would they know what they thought, what they heard, what they believed, what life had showed them, everybody else who was whatever, And I said, well, only thing I can do is be me and show me. So I started going all during the pandemic. Hey, Ren Rock, hey, bro. I started going all during the pandemic. I started going to people's channel. And when I would speak, I speak love. I speak kindness. I crack jokes. Never on the bullshit. Never, even if I spoke on, never on no bullshit. And then when he got, I knew when that man started talking, I said, oh, they don't hear him out there talking. Hey, what do you want to go get something to eat? And he heard food and them talking, and they dare not to share. But then when everything started going bad on here, it was pulling me. So when I made that first video over a year ago, that's almost 2 years ago. When I made that video, that, like I said, I wasn't making it as a content creator. I was making it as a subscriber. From the comments to the couch because I was like, man, people think they're going to bully me. You can't bully me. You can't bully me. You can't. And let me tell you something. I could be so petty. I could just bring a bunch of the people I know ain't got nothing better to do but talk shit and be bullied. For what? I don't want to bring that energy amongst me. Like I said, if I need to bring the army, we bring the army. But I don't see what. No, this ain't army shit. Nothing on here going on should be worth me getting into fights. I'm on here to better me and a nation, not a couple, not the fallen few. I want us to change, and in that change, we have the power to spread change on and on and on and on. It ain't gonna be me to spread it to everybody. We'll spread it to each other. You'll spread it somewhere else. People will see the joy. They'll see the light. They'll see that you moving different, and it'll let somebody know, like, dang, I done watched Marianne go from she'll knock a fool out to, you know what? They'll watch the change. And like I said, in the process, people won't swear, oh, Danny is salty now. Danny is this. I heard yesterday some say I'm a cloud chase. Chasing what cloud? What cloud? Y'all thinking all this bullshit, that shit cloud? That shit lame. That shit goofy. Y'all sitting on somewhere, bitch, hoe, motherfuck you, bitch ass, trick ass, but they're still having the feelings to say the shit bother you. That shit goofy. That ain't cloud chasing to me. I don't want that cloud. Take that cloud and keep it. I want the kind of cloud that I can move anywhere. Do the hood, the project, the suburbs, the this, the that, with the same respect. And that every boss, meanie, gangbanger, thug, drug addict, hooker, slut that I come across, I respect them and they respect me back. Me and you ain't the same. That's me. That's me. I know, Rick, I keep asking you, do you have an Instagram? Because if you think I'm about to throw out my address in the comments, that's what I keep saying. Remember, like, you got an Instagram? I'm on Instagram. Do you have Instagram? So I can talk to you on Instagram. Or I can give you my email. I give you my email in the comments, but I'm not giving you my address. And not because I'm worried about nobody. I'm worried about what happens if you think you're dumb enough to come to any address I put up out there. Period. Yeah, I can promise you, nice is what I am. That's what I am. But some of them people in darker places, I said, then I told y'all I went. And I want them out too. I want them to have peace too. Yeah, because you had told me, and I'm like, man, how did I win a prize? I'm still so excited. But yeah, that's what I was asking you. So remember, like, do you have a You said, yeah, you do. That's why I was like, Red Rock, I'm on Instagram, Danielle Robinson 8084. Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. If you want to just hit me on Instagram, and I'll send it to you today. I'll send it to you today. Or I'll go up in one of your videos and drop my email. But the thing is, they're going to keep blocking my email if I try to put it in your comments. That's okay, bro. That's how I'm like, boys, sometimes you be like, I wish I had a rock number. Remember how you was in school, they had a directory. They should have one in here for the contact. That y'all stop going. From now on, we don't have a thing. You can contact each other. Like, let me call you up real quick and tell you about this, because you're going to stop talking about me. But you can talk about whatever you want on that. Oh, the silver bullet. That's right. Hey, Rimrock, I'm telling you, that's what I had a car. I had a Ford Contour in 1999 and 1998. Man. No, I had it in. It was a. No. Stop me from lying. I had a 1999 and 2000. And I love that car. That was my silver bullet. It was, I love that car. You couldn't tell me I wasn't slick. I had a 6 CD chain in the trunk. Oh, you couldn't tell me I wasn't nobody. You couldn't tell me I wasn't nothing. But yeah, definitely, like I said, hit me on Instagram. I had forgotten about that. I forgot you were doing that as a contest. I was just throwing out names when I seen your comment. Silver bullet. Because that's what it reminded me of so much. I love that car. Oh, I love that car. My son had seizures. He was in the hospital, and he was in a coma. He had 30 seizures. I told y'all that story. But anyway, on one day, I finally came to the house, and I made some chicken Alfredo and some biscuits to take back up there for me and a couple of the other mothers because I was in ICU, and as bad as I was worrying about my son, there were mothers who were bracing and preparing to lose theirs. And so we became a team. We prayed together. We laughed together. We talked together. We bring food for each other, and waters and stuff. But anyway, I was coming, and this girl was trying to rush back home. 'Cause I guess she was supposed to have her parents' car back at a certain time. Well, I know because they ended up telling me the story. And she came flying around the corner. And I mean, as soon as she came around, it was wet. I could see it, and she was turning like this. And I ain't gonna lie, this is what I said. This bitch about to hit me. And back up, there it was. And I kept telling her, she's like, oh, well, I live a couple of houses down. And I said, Booney, call whoever you're gonna get, go get your family, because I gotta go. I got a whole son in ICU. Like, nothing about me coming out had time to be chilling out here doing accident reports and all that shit. Like, I just don't. Let's exchange information and keep it moving. The next day, that night, actually, our insurance had me. The good thing was I had State Farm, which I have to this day, I've had for years, and they had Allstate. They worked very well. They came up to the hospital, got me, put me in a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So everything was covered, and there was black, but she hit my silver bullet. And she rocked it too. And when you hit it on that front, you start messing with things. She rocked out my car, and then they end up damaging out my car. And it doesn't matter if you own it. It's just like, I remember that. My silver bullet. But then after that, when I had I've had a few cars. I've had a Buick Skylark. I had the Ford Contour. I had an Astro van. And all these was before 25. I had an Astro van. I had a Ford station wagon. I had a few cars. That was one of the blessings. My parents was really good at getting a new car and giving you theirs. To this day, I'm always on that. Like, how you get rid of it? My parents are tight. I don't care if they sell it for $1. They can sell it to you. You gotta buy it. Yeah, so I was blessed. I know that's right. I know you do. I can't wait to go back to driving and being able to move myself around and go where I want, when I want. And sometimes I just drove around and relaxed. I'd hit that E-way and just ride like I was on the road for a minute, just for some relaxation. And so I miss driving, I do. But the funny part, just like I said about a job, you miss it till you're doing it. I'm so tired of driving. I feel like I'm a chauffeur. Every time I turn around, somebody need a ride. Where was these people at when I didn't have a car? Now they all. That's how you be when you have a car. But yeah, this day is going fast. What time is this? 1:35. So in a couple of hours, my son will be getting ready to get on a flight. Oh yeah, it's too many crays out here. hmm But I'm not worried about the ones on here. I'm worried about the ones I know. I'm worried about the one I could be. I'm worried about keeping that one under wraps. I'm worried about not regurgitating the wrong things out of my mouth. I really am. Oh, my eyes talking about me. Oh shoot. Y'all, Lord have mercy. Pookity bear. I was supposed to let you out minutes ago. I got to run in my mouth. You was quiet. I actually was happy that you closed your mouth. Come on, Boonger. Let's go, Booger Bear. Bless you. You keep shit. Oh, yes. Hey, Bum Bum. Hey, Bum Bum. I know you want to. That's so if I want to go out there and see who out there. Since they done got me in trouble. Who's outside? I definitely am going to take a walk with him. Enjoy some of this air. It's not hot outside. It's not cold. It's like 75. So it's beautiful to me. Y'all know that's one of my favorites. 75 to 80 is my favorite weather. 77 at night. Ooh, some of the best, beautiful nights. All that breeze, the air. So yeah, I said I'm definitely gonna take him for a walk today. Oh, that's all we can do is go for walks. And like I said, but of course I have to make sure that I'm completely on my square because when you don't rest, you off your square. Even when you think you all the way on it, you off it a little bit. Okay, well, definitely as soon as I get off here, because I came on my phone to do my live, there's something going on with my Wi-Fi up here in this building. With their Wi-Fi, because that's not mine. Look, that's not mine. I'm not claiming that. Something going on with their Wi-Fi, and I couldn't connect to it. I don't even know if it's letting me connect now. But I kind of been over it because I'm like, I got my own Wi-Fi. And it won't run out. Just sometimes I don't want to do it on my phone. Like I just don't want, like, because one of the reasons I don't look, nobody there. Look. Didn't I tell y'all he just looking for somebody? Look. No. And now you know what I'm talking about. Why Nino so nosy? Okay, just as nosy. Waiting for somebody. Waiting. Oh, that dog. But anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, and all my stuff, like I said, my lights, my little stand for my phone, all that stuff is there. The only thing I have is my laptop, my game, a few outfits. Once again, not all my stuff. No. My laptop, my game, my iPad, my phone, my chargers, what else do I have? A couple of outfits and 2 pair of Crocs and 2 pair of shoes. That's it. That's it. But anybody who knows me knows that when I had a foot surgery a couple of years ago, I haven't really wore shoes. I probably wear shoes once every blue moon. I mean, even Uggs, any of them. I just don't. Ever since I had the surgery and went back into shoes, I hate the way shoes are. I just feel like they're heavy. I feel all of them. I feel like they're heavy. I feel like they're not made to support certain, I don't know. So I stay in Crocs. I stay in Crocs because my foot is comfortable. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't weigh. And you know what I've learned? Less days of swelling feet because you're walking in the wrong shoes. Less days of, so I stay in them. Yeah, you know what, Mary? That's what I think. Once he's settled in, I had a conversation with him. But then one of the things is, I know I'll be better because, like I said, my eyes will be on him. I could see him and I could touch him for myself and I could feel. So I will feel a lot better. I'll be able to rest. Like I said, right now I don't even feel sleepy. You think I went to sleep? Like I don't feel sleepy. What I do feel, if anything, is feel anxious. So I feel anxious. That's all. That's all. I feel a little anxious. But I had to come on here. I said, y'all know I'm gonna drop a definitely the thank you video. But I had to come on the live. I said, wait a minute. It's 500 K's Queens in the building. Nigga, snap. Nigga, snap. I'm excited. Because I know that we all are more alike than we different. I do. And I know that when I don't, you know what I mean? I know what to mess with and not to. I'm very, very, very aware. Very aware. You can't be slick to a can of oil. You know what I mean? You can't. You can't run the script, run the game. I done heard it all, done it all. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that part of it. Anxiety does suck. It does. It does. It does. It does. It does. And then it's always something. Oh, but you just do this. I wish it was that. I wish it was that easy to just boop. Not anxious. Boop. Not worried. So that is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm trying to decide what I want to eat for lunch. I still got 2 pieces of that chicken from yesterday. I think I'm just gonna eat that for lunch. Then I know I need to go to the store and get some more things because my son is here and he's a whole grown man. So he's gonna eat different and he doesn't have things where when he's, because sometimes it'll be I eat one meal a day. Some days I snack all day. But that's a double thing. That could be anxiety, and that's because sometimes my stomach is just not settled, and I don't have appetite. I just don't, and so I will eat something because I know I have to eat during the day. And that's why another reason why I also buy like not Ensures, Ensures. Sorry, because I was thinking of the other one that's for more when you constipate it. But I'll drink stuff like that because sometimes you got to balance yourself. And I can't force myself because if I force the food down, then I feel sick. But yeah, then sometimes I'm going to eat too much. I am an emotional eater, so it could go either way. It could go either way. And then the fact that, like I said, I had a piece of my intestines taken out. So, I mean, it can go any way it wants. I'm just blessed that I can still eat. I still have appetite, and I still, you know what I mean? Because it could be worse. It could be worse. I could have had a colostomy bag. It could have been worse. Could have been anything. It could have been anything. But yeah, so I'm gonna get up out of here. Room Rock, I'm about to go over to Instagram and check that out. Guys, I love you. I'm definitely gonna go live before. Nick. Get down. Get down now. I'm not closing anything. Get down. Go. Go, pop up. Until she's done with this floor, we're going to put you up. Because she's going to keep walking back and forth. Go. Go. And she don't need to be scared of you, and you ain't got to do shit. But bark. She's not endangering nobody. She's doing her job. Sit. Anyway, welcome to Nino World. That housekeeper probably like, oh, I wish she just closed that blind. I'm not closing blind. He's gonna learn to stop. And the way to do it is to not keep dodging him from doing it, is to let him know, hey, let her walk back and forth. It's the same person. But anyway, he has to see it to believe it. I was just saying, I know I need to go to the store and get some food. I want to grab a couple of the things like my son likes because, like I said, sometimes you just want a little comfort food. I wish I did have a stove or something because I would just make him some sliders. He loves sliders, like a Philly cheesesteak slider or a chicken fajita slider. He loves those. Love you too, sis. Hey, JG. How you doing? That's okay. You're in the building. How you doing? Y'all get to speak. That's one of the good things about when we do come in here at the time. We get to speak to each other. Say hello. How you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, so I know I need to go to the store. I need to take me for a walk. You take Nina for a walk. I need to go to the store. I need to eat some lunch. They have a thing, so I can take all of my linen off of my bed and take my towels. So I need to take my towels down to get a new set. So you go down to the laundry room, and they got 2 laundry rooms. So you go down to the one laundry room like it's a dry cleaner, and I pass them my linen, and they pass me all brand new linen. So I'm gonna go down there and take my linen, take my towels, and get a whole new set of towels. Definitely gonna do that. What else? But that's it. But I know I want to go live before my son gets here. And then after he's settled in, I'll probably do a night live, see where my energy is. Do I want to talk parenting? Do I want to talk? What do I want to talk? I don't know. We'll see. It's all shifted in the energy and what I'm feeling in my heart. That's what I'm going to talk about when I come on. So I definitely Love you too, JT. But I'm definitely gonna come back. So, like I said, once I come back from the store, I'll call Susan and wait a minute. Did my Emma Lou come through here today? Making sure. Did my Emma Lou come? I won't see her. No, I don't see her. And you know what, y'all? Sometimes y'all will be talking in this chat, and I'll go back at the end. And I don't really put our comments out because we talking with each other. It's not for the show and tell for everybody. People come in anyway and take screenshots. We ain't talking about nothing worth a screenshot. But I just hold it in. Sometimes I'll go into my analytics and I'll say, wait a minute. It was 900 comments in the doggone chat. What we really working on now? But that's good. That's good. And that not even for the algorithms, like to just talk with each other. That's why some people sit in the thing. It's like I don't even want to go up, and there ain't nobody gonna speak to me. And sometimes people come in the chat. Hey everybody, how you doing? Great day. Crazy. The moderators done spoke. Everybody else, I guess, was on their high horse, bucking through town. Me, I'd be like, oh wait, you say, hey, what up? Like I know. Yeah. So yeah, so like I said, it gives you tummy aches and sure. You know what, Susan? When I have days when I just can't eat, or if like my stomach's bad, where I got like I feel like my food's not digesting fast, and I feel like kind of sitting in my chest. On those days, I cannot eat anything, like no food. I can drink water. I can drink something hot. But I can't eat any food, and I'll have to eat drinking it short because usually that goes on for like 48 hours. As long as that went on 3 days, and so it's I'll have to because my sugar will drop. I have to balance it some kind of way. But people like I love Ensure the chocolate one when I don't love none of them. Like, and to me, I thought the strawberry would be the best one, but to me the vanilla is better. I'm like, this is weird. This is weird. I thought the vanilla would be the worst. But chocolate, I didn't like it all. I love chocolate. That's right. Y'all my fam. Y'all my family. And just like my family, my real life family, my blood family, where I come from, my family, my background, my bloodline. I'm a Robinson because that's my daddy last name. I'm talking about my mama's family, like my bloodline. I know that's because we so much alike. But even like with your family, everybody ain't perfect. But I love them. I ain't gonna let you diss them. And I ain't out here dissing them no matter what they out there doing. Y'all my fam. I ain't doing that. I ain't dissing you. I ain't letting nobody diss you to me. You know what I'm saying? Now they directly say to me, Danielle, G5 ain't shit. That's what you think, but she is to me, so you don't have to stop this conversation right now. Right now. Right now, you're damn sure won't come over here, man, because that's not what we own. That's not what we own, period. I don't think nobody coward. I think some people just tough enough and bold enough to know, like, hey, trust me, I speak when I need to about that. And other than that, I'm gonna stay away. Just like you stand out of keeping me in your shit. So I'm gonna respect it too. 10-minute verdict on Depp. Let's get to it. I know everybody been watching this case so much that you better catch this verdict. You better catch it. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna take a cue on that. Turn on my TV, make me something to eat real quick, and then I'm gonna go on. Like I said, I will post at least a half an hour before. At least before I'm about to go live. But I definitely will be going live again today. Probably twice more today. I don't know. These days I just follow my gut, and my gut says you'll be back. My gut says you'll be back sooner than you think, but you'll be back today. So love you guys. Have a good afternoon. I will see you later. Thank you for coming in here and respecting me. Thank you for coming in here and respecting each other. Thank you for wearing a crown at all times in the building. In the kingdom. Thank you. Love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Susan. Ramrock, I'm about to hit you on. I'm about to go to your message on IG and respond. All right, guys. Love you. I'm out. Love you, everybody.